Hi everyone. I am gonna do another, I have a bit of a head cold, so excuse my voice, alright? I just intuitively want to talk about what we're all feeling right now, because there's a lot of suppression of what's happening. We're all moving forward, we're all healing, we're all starting to come together and stand with each other on some pretty heavy topics. And it feels like there's a great division right now. It feels like there's a lot of hate coming from the people that we are starting to stand up against. And it's not that we're necessarily personally going for them when we stand up for ourselves. It's just they kind of fall in that category. When the shoe fits, people will try and fall victim, and start to manipulate the situation. Right now, this really inspired me because me and my son are dealing with something with this school, and just hearing how someone told the principal, he told me, I need you to be more rational to have this conversation. We can't make changes unless you're in a state of mind where I can have a conversation with you. Okay, we can continue. You don't want to know what I was saying? I was telling him, have some accountability. It's probably your children in that group who are friends with these kids who are being bullied, and you don't want to see it for what it is. Why don't you want to see it for what it is? Because it doesn't suit your comfort? The kids that are falling victim to this, you're telling them to just step away from the situation, and it's being dealt with. You know how it's being dealt with? Little meetings. That's what I said. I was like, your little secret community meetings with these kids and their friends, is it doing anything? Because I'm still hearing that they're walking around following these kids, telling them to kill themselves and laughing at them for even telling on them. Are you going to address that? And he's like, we're addressing it. I'm telling you this situation right now because this is what ignited this video, and we're going to get into why this is pissing people off. He said, we're addressing it, okay? We have some umbrella program coming in, and it's going to be the kids and stuff. That's not good enough. To break cycles, we actually need to face this. We need to have conversations with the parents. We need to have the parents come in, sit down, and say, you know, this is an issue. Your child is not stopping. Can you help us by working from home? I know it's none of our business, but you need to start working from home. This is the issue with school bullying, and we need to stop being quiet. We need to take action. We need to advocate for these kids who might end up with mental issues in the future because of it. I'm already seeing kids being bullied to the point where they're drinking at 12 years old in grade 7. This is actually a problem. And to where it's being built, these kids spend like until 8 in the morning, till sometimes 4, 5, 6 in the evening at these places, and we're being told that's not our issue. It starts from home. Sure, but how about you guys start working together and breaking this cycle? These parents have children who are coming in, bringing problems and projecting them on the ones who are meek, quiet, and probably took it for a while, you know? We need to actually take this serious. School bullying is the main catalyst for a lot of life issues in our future. If I had teachers who cared when I said, hey, like I'm having trouble at home and it's bringing it to school, if I could actually have that conversation, if I had an adult pay attention and notice, hey, there's something up, what's going on? What's going on? It would have changed my life. And you know, school being that 9 to 5 thing, they're very much responsible for a lot of what's going on. They have school counselors, sure, but I have like 15 people in my inbox right now after I made a post advocating for a child being projected onto. I have 15 people or more, and plus my comments, saying that they've experienced the same thing with the same situation. And it's like, when is this gonna end? You know, being told I'm not being rational, me saying that these people need to have conversations with these kids and their parents, pay attention in the hallways, stop letting them wander as tyrants. He was not happy about that. He hung up on me. He wanted to manipulate the situation so I could say, oh yeah, I guess, you know, your program is gonna make a change. It's not. When I was like, you know, eventually this is gonna cause a riot outside of your school, and he cut me off right there. He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna come cause a riot? A riot? Is that like, what do you mean about that? This principal was ready to attack me. He was ready to defend his delinquency. Right? We need to take better care of our children. We need to take better care of each other. And just because the staff is friends with the children's parents that are bullying, it doesn't mean we need to shut up. I was told to shut up for many, 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 many years. Sorry, I have like 7 messages right there. People are starting to speak up and being told that we're speaking against the abuse, the conflict, the enabling. That's just manipulation. This is the issue with bullying. And you know, a lot of times it's the victims being told that they need to step away from the situation. How? How do we step away from this when no one's paying attention and to remove the problem? How is that possible? Can you tell me? Does anyone have any ideas? Comment them, please. We need to break this cycle. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm pretty sure all of the people watching my video from my hometown know what I'm talking about. I'm glad my son told me what was going on, and I'm glad he shows me messages. This principal was telling the girl, this little girl, that her being cornered and threatened against 3 bigger girls, he was telling her, like, get away from the situation. They had her in the corner of an entrance. How? Where are the teachers? In the coffee room? Having a smoke break? School is not fun time for teachers. That's the bottom line. Everyone thinks it's fun time, right? I'm sorry that this video came out so intense, but if your child's dealing with this, this is your cue right now. Stop being silent. There's not just your child, it's not just you. If you went to the same school and you had this happen to you, it's time to break the cycle. I'm 30 years old, gonna be 31 this year. My son's 12. It's what, 16 years later and it's still happening? Exactly the same. And this poor little girl, she's like, my mom is confused too. My mom thinks it's a racist motivated. It's privilege too. It's privilege, yes. It's not just racially motivated, it's privilege. Especially if you're not wearing rich white kid clothes. And I hate saying it that way, but it's true. You don't got the Lulus on? Your parents don't come to my Super Bowl party? They don't, so I don't know who you are. I don't know, your family could be hoodlums for all I know. Your family has a history of, you know, problems. Mine don't. That's what manipulators do. They spread kindness. They pretend they advocate. If I see this school wearing pink shirts and advocating, I'm gonna show up with a sign. Just kidding. Don't fight hate with hate. Fight it with truth. Okay? I don't know. I'm just so disturbed. Seeing all the people comment saying they dealt with the same things, and to have the principal call me and tell me to take my post down. What does that say? We need to start standing up for our children and stop being quiet. That's why we don't treat our children as good, because as children we weren't treated good by everyone around us. No one stood up for us. We need to break this. No more broken souls. No more suicide. No more addictions. Stand together or fall apart. Which one do you want to do?